Hello, this is Dr. K. In this video, we're going to be talking about creating unit tests for a person class in Java. And what I assume you have is Eclipse installed on your machine, and you should be running at least Java 1.8. And you should also have a web browser. We're going to use Google for this. All right, so the first thing we need to do is create a person project. So I'm going to create a new Java project called Person. Notice I'm using Java 1.8. I'm going to finish that, open it up, and I have a source folder. I'm going to create a new package called Person. And I'm going to create a new class in that package, and the class is going to be called Person also. However, I am not going to write the Person class. I am going to grab the Person class from the Java tutorial. So I happen to know that the Java tutorial on lambda expressions has a nice little person class in it. So I'm going to go to that website. Going to come down here. I'm going to grab the person class. There it is. And it's all color highlighted and everything. I'm just going to click the download button so I get the text only, select all, copy, and then go back to this person class that I just created, select all, delete that, and just paste what I've got there. All right, and then I'm going to save it. All right, and I can see by this little red mark I've got an error in my class. So let's just go see what it is. I hover over that and it says the declared package empty string does not match the expected package person. Well, that's because there was no package in the Java tutorial. So I've got some choices here. When I click on that, add package declaration person, move person Java to the default package. Well, I'm going to add the declaration person. Save that again, and it gets rid of the error. All right, so this is my person class. I've got a couple warning messages here. It says the import is never used, and I assume that's the same for that one. So I'm just going to kill these imports. If they're not used, I'm not going to write them down. Save that. There's the person class. Let's see what's in the person class. I've got an enumeration type, sex, with male and female in it. Enumeration types are great when you have a finite number of values that you want a variable to have. In this case, a variable of type sex can only have two values, male or female. Okay. And we've got some instance variables or fields. We've got a string variable name. We've got a local date, birthday. We've got a sex, gender, and we've got another string email address. All right, so those are the fields of our class. And then we've got this constructor. Okay, and the constructor basically just passes in all of these fields. All right, so we've got a name argument, a birthday argument, a gender argument, and an email argument. All right, and then for the implementation of that constructor, we just have name equals name arg, birthday equals birthday arg, and so forth. All right, so a very simple constructor there. We've got some methods, get age, and the age is based on the birthday. Okay, so we return the birthday until isochronology instance date now. And basically, isochronology, that's a new class in Java 1.8 that handles dates. All you really have to know is this isochronology.instance.dateNow, that's today. Okay, that's today's date. So birthday until today's date is a period of time, and we're just getting the years. So we're getting the years from that period of time, and that's going to be the age. So it makes sense. Here's how we print the person. We're just going to print the name and the age of the person. Here is how we're going to, and here's a couple accessor methods. Actually, these next four methods are all accessor methods. Get gender just returns gender. Get name just returns name. Email address, and then birthday. So those are pretty straightforward. And then we have a method, compare by age, all right, that compares person A to person B. This is a static method, so you call it with the person class. You would call person with a capital P dot compare by age, and then you would pass in two persons, all right? And it would compare them, and this just calls through to the compare to method on dates. A.birthday and B.birthday are local dates, so it's using the compare to method on local dates. Okay. So let's see what else. And finally, we have a method called create roster, and this returns a list of persons. And this just creates a list and constructs persons to put into it. We've got Fred, we've got Jane, we've got George, and we've got Bob. All right, so it's a pretty simple class.